Hi, everybody. I'm Greg Tuttle with Total Wine & More, and I'm very pleased to welcome you to this exclusive Crystal Head cocktail experience. We're coming to you live from Las Vegas, and we're streaming this over to more than 20 stores across the country, as well as broadcasting to Crystal Head fans around the world. We're thrilled to have Mr. Dan Aykroyd, the man himself here, the vision behind Crystal Head. Dan's going to be joined by renowned Las Vegas mixologist Gaston Martinez, and he's going to guide you through 3 very cool cocktails from Crystal Head. If you would like, if you're social media inclined, you could submit a question for Dan or Gaston on Twitter. Give us a shout at Total Wine, hashtag Crystal Head, or post your questions to Facebook, facebook.com. And hey, are you ready? Let's get things started. Please welcome the man himself, Dan Aykroyd.
Thank you so much. An honor, a pleasure to be here. And as I was saying, I was not a very good college student. I'm a dropout, so classrooms do make me a little nervous. However, it's fun to come in and talk about something that we all want to talk about, and that is good times, good recreation, food and drink, and consumption of legal recreational consumables in a moderate fashion. We're here to talk generally about vodka and also specifically about why we have the honor of being here at the Total Broadcast Center in Las Vegas. And that is because we bring a vodka to the market that's an alternative to a lot of the products out there. I'll put it that way. I didn't have to get into the vodka business. I didn't have to get into the spirits business. I was in radio and made some records and films, and still was and still am writing. And I have the music with Jimmy Belushi, whose brother Z and the Blues Brothers form a classic review. We just opened the San Antonio Performing Arts Center, and Jimmy was there. He is, of course, descendant of the Khans of Baluchistan and the Kings of Albania. You'll know him from, according to Jim, he's a great dancing Alpha Illinois male. I love him dearly, and we still do the music. So I had a busy life. I didn't really have to, invent a vodka, but I do enjoy good food and good drink with vodkas. For instance, I love caviar. I love the Jewish, the Mediterranean food, the gefilte fish, the chopped liver. I think an iced shot of vodka is terrific with that kind of food. So just from consuming it from time to time, I began to sense in many brands an over viscosity, like a fake oiliness there. I thought, what, that's and I thought, now surely there could be an alternative to that. And also, some of them were when you'd open them up and they smell like Chanel No. 5, And I thought, there's an improvement there that's possible, right? And then I started to research some of the substances that are put in the manufacture of vodka and many other alcoholic beverages. One is glycerin, glycerides, and that's used in the production of soap and shampoo. They don't put enough in wines or any other products to hurt us, but for the bar chef and for you at home, if you knew you had the choice of not having glycerin or propylene glycol or anything related to antifreeze in your vodka, wouldn't you rather choose that vodka? Okay, yeah, okay, good, wow. All right, maybe we can do that. And then limonene was another thing that was put in there that caused the fragrance that I felt. And limonene is in its raw form, it can be a caustic cleanser, it can be a grease cutter. And I thought, what if you took the sweetness out? There should be enough sweetness in the base that we use, the peaches and cream corn. So I thought, let's in our vodka not add any. Let's not add any glycerides and give the bar chef a choice. Let's not add any limonene, because a bar chef, if he's making just a simple, beautiful screwdriver with clementine juice or tangerine juice, 2 ounces Crystal Head, a little hand squeezed clementine or tangerine juice, that bar chef, you, the professional, is adding the citrus in. If you had the choice of getting a vodka that had no citrus oil, you're adding it yourself, wouldn't that be a better choice as a consumer, I'm thinking? And then also the concept of the added sugar. There's enough sugar in alcohol, and so we began to think about building a product that would eliminate all of the additives and give the consumer a good, clean choice, and the bar chef a clean base and a virgin slate on which to build cocktails. That's what Crystal Head is. So, how do we do it? We go to the water first. Vodka, an old Russian word for water. We found in North America a pristine source of water, and that is the original glacial aquifer beneath the province of Newfoundland. Newfoundland, Canada lies 1,000 miles away from the Erie Basin, the Erie plume of pollution, that in the turn of the century at the industrial age, of course, polluted everything sort of east of the Erie Basin. In the 70s, you couldn't catch a fish in Vermont, New Hampshire, Quebec, Ontario. They were all dead from acid rain. Well, aquifer in Newfoundland was never touched by that acid rain. It's the original aquifer from the glacier 16,000 years ago, 800 feet above the rock, and that melted and went in there, and that's that same glacial water sitting under the rock. Newfoundland is a big porous sponge rock. They speak with a little West Irish lilt. You walk down the street and they're not using their tablets and their iPhones. They're actually talking to each other. So we went there to the water and found out that directly above the water, just like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, there's a pipe from that beautiful aquifer into the last government-owned still in North America. Our vodka is made by the government of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador Liquor Distillery Corporation with pure, pristine Newfoundland water. So you cannot imagine how happy we were when we began to realize that this is uncompromised government police quality in what we're making. You could eat off the floor. It looks like a computer room. And we began to research, other manufacturers. They put all this stuff in. Some of the stills are not so clean. There was just an alternative in the vodka world, and we found it. And it is Crystal Head. We won the Prodexpo in Moscow. Out of 400 beverages, they voted us best taste. We won the ALIA, the Australian Liquor Awards, the World Spirits Competition, and quite simply, as I wrap it up and turn it over to Gaston Martinez, who is our bar chef, our company bar chef and mixologist. He understands cocktails, the world of cocktails, the world of mixing all kinds of ingredients now, from blueberry to brown sugar to just egg foam to the things they put into cocktails today, not what I ever dreamed when I was just making my simple Crystal Driver. Our notes are sweet, vanilla, dry, crisp, with a kick of heat off the finish, because we don't mask the alcohol. And so when you open our bottle, it smells as it should. It smells like the base for a cocktail. When you're making a bar car martini, why not make one without glyceride, make one without citrus oil, and that's done by 2 ounces of the Crystal Head vodka with just a kiss, a bottle of vermouth. So just glance at the glass, and then with a little olives and some olive juice and a pearl onion I like to throw in there. They've got that already for me. That is the Long Island Railroad Memorial Bar Car Martini. They've just closed the bars on the Long Island Railroad. Some of you in the Northeast may know that as I speak to you this evening. In 1955, if you were an executive on Wall Street or Madison Avenue, you could get on the Long Island Railroad bar car. Beautiful martini that way. Classic Madison Avenue martini, going to work at 11 a.m. in the morning. A bar steward would serve you that with white gloves, and that was the way life was in America. Now, no more bar car on the Long Island Railroad. Anyway, so in memorial of that, we will have always in our company archive of recipes the classic bar car martini, which Gaston will make for me because I'm going to have one. And then he's going to discuss other things that can be done with Crystal Head. Again, the clean base, no sugar, no limonene, no glyceride-related chemicals at all, completely zero additive, gluten-free, the healthy alternative, and it comes in the bottle with the 13 Crystal Heads. I don't know if you want to get into the legend there, but it certainly helped us sell our idea of purity, because these were used as scrying devices by the Navajo in legend, and the Mayans and the Aztec in legend. as crystal balls. They have, of course, crystals have piezoelectric properties. You've got all your cell phones and tablets here, and everything that we're operating with tonight is crystalline based. And so they use them, they have storage capacity, as you know, and so the Navajo use them to store the memories of the tribe of the past and to look to the future and positivize the tribe's existence. So this is enlightenment here, enlightened drinking. You can drink something better and have it, something cleaner, purity. They were considered very sacred relics, and also positivization of your life going forward, improving yourself and stepping up to a treat once in a while. It is a luxury product. We do not market to colleges. You'll never see it at spring break. You'll never see it as, at any of the beach parties that I know of. I don't know. Maybe some of our distributors have taken initiatives, but no, that's not our game. We're selling to the mature, moderate adult who can afford the product and does not have a problem with beverage alcohol, and who just wants to serve something better to their guests and to their friends. We've got an amazing opportunity now for gift giving at Halloween as you go out and look in the stores, these beautiful Total Wine stores that you're in this evening. And you'll see the head as a perfect North Miami. I say hello to a beautiful head zone embraced by the citizens there, because the head is about. We have a grin. It's got a smile. Have a good time. Have a party. And Redondo Beach, California, of course, and Dallas, Texas, we also speak. But look around and just think about that Halloween party that you're going to go to. Perfect gift for hosts or hostesses. And also just to have at home. You should always have the good, clean vodka at home for home cocktails. I'm going to turn it over now, unless there are any other questions. I could certainly take questions, marital advice, but I think we'll go to Gaston now. And hello to everybody. I hope the weather and storms in the east abide and abate. And while they aren't, get into a good, cozy neighborhood pub and have a shot of the head. Gaston Martinez, the corporate mixologist for Infinium Corp, and Wilson Daniels.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So, as Dan said, it is a pure crystal, pure vodka. So we're going to start with some classic cocktails. We talked about the Car 55, so we're going to make Dan's 54 bar car, which is a twist off a classic martini. A lot of you might have heard that James Bond says, "Shake it, not stirred." We're in a different movie today. We're going to stir our martinis. So when you shake a martini, especially when you have something that doesn't have juice, you want to stir it. You don't want to shake it because you don't want to bring up that abrasiveness in the cocktail. You want it to be smooth, especially if it's all liquor. If it's pretty much all alcohol, you want it to go down smooth down your throat and not have that abrasiveness that alcohol can have. So we're going to start out with 2 ounces of Crystal Head vodka, and I'm going to make 2 because I might join Dan with 1.
Now there's a balance always, and that is that you don't want to bury the alcohol completely. You want a little of it to creep up in whatever your mix is, but not enough so that it overpowers the mix. And yeah.
I think it was 1807. Someone printed, if your cocktails taste only of your spirits, not a cocktail. So the beauty is grabbing 3 or 4 ingredients and making a new flavor, but you also have to taste that flavor of that spirit. So if it's a tequila cocktail, you should be able to taste the tequila. In this case, you should be able to taste the Crystal Head. So now we're going to do a little bit of dry vermouth.
Corn, fire. You'll get a little fire. You're drinking it warm. You drink it warm. First you're going to get that beautiful natural viscosity. That's what the first thing you're going to go is. Wow, there's oil here, but it's not fake because it's. And then you're going to get a little sweetness because of the peaches and cream corn. Chatham, Ontario, the great Canadian nation, grows our corn in Ontario, on the Ontario prairie. And you're going to get the fire, kick of heat off the finish, right in the notes. A little burn off the tongue when you're drinking it straight. And then, that won't bother you so much if you're having a cocktail. But you want a little, some people like the fire. Fireball is hugely popular now. We have our own fire, Crystal Head, without adding anything. We have our own fire.
So a lot of people ask me, how long do you stir? Some people tell you 23 times one side, 23 times to the other way. I don't believe in that. It's just till your glass starts sweating on the outside or until you get really, really thirsty that you want to drink your cocktail. So
I do like, you know, I used to have it in a tumbler with ice, but no, I like the traditional way, you know, and to think they served that on the train, that just shows you how the engineers were great back then, and those beautiful old diesels. Not that they aren't now. Here's to the railroads all across the world. Cheers. Cheers. Prosit. Salud. 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 Oh yeah, because you kissed it with vermouth, but just enough to you know, to say it's not only a vodka martini, it's just you know, it's not a pure teeny.
cocktail.
It's a cocktail, and that's what Crystal Head is, the base for good, clean cocktails without the additives. The bar chef's choice around the world now is starting to be Crystal Head, because it's a whole, H-O-L-E, in which to pour all the ingredients that you're going to use as a professional. The guy in Portland made me, you know, a beautiful fizzy drink with maple sugar and blueberry emulsion, and it was just, oh, it was just delicious. One guy made me, you know, I mean, of course, you've seen the popular Caesar with the ants on a log and peanut butter, and you know, that's why we call you a bar chef, sir. Thank you so much,
Thank
Gaston. Any other things we should touch? You're gonna make another.
I got
another,
two more cocktails.
Go for them. Go
two
for
more cocktails to
them.
make.
I'm enjoying this. I'm just.
So
I'm gonna get out of the way. Let the pro talk.
So the next one we're gonna make, it's it'll be called crystallized. So it's gonna be a fizzy cocktail.
Tom Davis. Tom Davis. I'm gonna, Mike.
So
Can we get a?
on this one we're gonna do an ounce and a half.
I'm gonna start signing. Oh.
Crystal Head vodka. And we're going to do an ounce of Saint Germain, which is a elderflower liqueur. It's going to give us our sweetness in the cocktail. One of the most important things in cocktails is your balance between your sugar and your acidity. So if your cocktail's too sweet, you ruin the cocktail. If your cocktail's too sour, you're going to ruin it as well. So always find that balance between your sugar and your citrus. So have a little bit of fresh lime juice, about a half an ounce of that. So the sweetness of the elderflower liqueur is going to balance out with that lime juice. And we're going to go ahead and shake this one. And there's one thing that we say here in Las Vegas, I'm a Las Vegas native, is that when you shake a cocktail, you shake it hard, and you always shake it with a smile. All right. So this one takes Prosecco. You don't want to put the Prosecco before shaking it. Could cause a little bit of an accident. It's happened to me before. Take my word for it. So you always want to put the sparkling right into your tin after you shook it, because if you put it into your glass, sometimes it'll fizz out and you don't look like a professional. So and you're going to garnish this one with just a lime. Simple cocktail, refreshing. You got the sweetness from the elderflower, a little bit of lime, and then you have that clean canvas that the Crystal Head gives you with the clean flavor. A little bit of that sweetness from the corn. It's going to combine all these flavors great. So, cheers. How is that? It's good, huh? All right. Now, last but not least, we have something that's, you can probably say it's a deviation of a cosmopolitan. So,
where are we and what did we end up with? I'm sorry, I was minute signing bottles. I've got a line up there, and there's some elderly people I want to.
This is the salute. Cheers.
Salute.
All right. So we already.
What was that? What was that you made?
This was the crystallized. So it's a little bit of Crystal Head, Saint Germain, Prosecco, a little bit of lime juice, simple, but delicious.
I want one of my evil Canadian partners to try that when he comes in. So he's
Perfect.
He's got one of our great tasters. He's one of our great tasters.
All right. So last but not least, we have 1.5 ounces of Crystal Head. And usually 1.5 ounces for a cocktail is right where you want to be, unless you're making a martini. When you're making a martini, you want to go 2.5 ounces.
Agreed. Yes, sir. Yes. Whatever you did there, man, I'll take that next time we meet. All right.
2 ounces of pomegranate juice.
Oh yeah. See, this is and it's a no additive vodka. You got your additive right there. You don't need citrus oil in it.
A little bit of
There's your
triple
citrus
sec.
there. There's your citrus right there. Start with a clean base that has no citrus oil in it. You're working with Cointreau, with other brands, Grand Marnier, Citronge, the incredible brand out of Patron, that makes great cocktails with vodka.
A little bit of lemon juice. So we added our sweetness with the triple sec with Cointreau. We added a little bit of sweetness with pomegranate. Pomegranate's not too sweet. And we put just a splash of the lemon juice to balance it out. Remember, balance is what you want in a cocktail. Your Crystal Head is already balanced out, so you want to keep on putting ingredients that are balanced to not throw that balance off on your cocktail.
May I take a sip of the last one, sir?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. I'll squeeze in behind you. Oh yeah. That's like a beautiful kind of lime sour. It's like once removed.
So, and we're gonna put a little bit of.
I like this job. I like my new job.
Are we getting paid for this?
Well, we are paid by the loyalty of Total Wines and their fealty as a retailer and their understanding of how to sell and display the product. You see the Stones packs everywhere. They knew how to put them out.
All right, so we're gonna put about 3 raspberries, and don't need to muddle it because we're gonna shake how? Hard and with a smile.
My favorite sound, next to the Harley-Davidson motor, of course, and train wheels. Oh, beautiful color. And if you wanted, you play around, and there you go. Yeah, beautiful.
There you go, sir.
I thank you very much. I will try it with pleasure. And then we'll say when David Brown comes, my partner, ex-Royal Mail Courier.
We'll make him another one.
Well, okay, make him each one. Yeah, he knows about that one. We drink that, but not quite the way you did it.
Thank you.
Oh, that's like you're tripping through a raspberry garden. Lovely. Lovely.
Okay, so we're going to take a few questions from outside. So, Steve in Texas, why only 3 distillations?
Well, honestly, if you could distill any product that is distilled once, and it really would be fine. The claim is that the particles of impurity are taken out, but you're using massive heat in distillation. I don't understand people that go out there and look and see products that say 7, 8 times distilled. Where's the flavor? We found that for us, we did 4 because I guess we got 3 free. We paid for 1 and got 3 free and found a flavor profile that you're all trying tonight. Sweet, vanilla, dry, crisp with a kick of heat off the finish. As a vodka maker, you go, we hit it. We hit it with that 4-time distillation. For us, that's the flavor profile we like. If we went down to 2 or even 1, would that change? Maybe it's something that we should look at just to play around with. But we found for us the 4 was where it happened.
Awesome. Greg in Miami, please tell us about the Rolling Stones pack.
No, I will. Well, right now at Total Wines, you can purchase the only commemorative 50th anniversary product in the beverage alcohol category, which celebrates the great party band that is the Rolling Stones. I mean, I couldn't believe it. You know, we couldn't believe it when their merchandising arm came to us and said, you know, no one's doing any kind of a beverage alcohol. And you know, the Stones, you did party down with them. I see some of my generation here, and still the young. And so what you get with this beautiful one-off package is a sticker. You get a stopper so you can drink the bottle, the beautiful fluid in there, and then put the glass stopper in. And there's a CD picked by Mick Jagger, all of his favorite live tracks, never before compiled. So you know. What we have here is, again, a spectacular Halloween present and a great Christmas gift. And they're available because Total Wines put them out and knows how to display them. So check it out, and we will, you know, never do this again. I mean, these are one-off. You know, I feel like I am on QVC right now. Is there a QVC for alcohol? This is as close as it comes, I guess. Rolling Stones pack, great gift.
All right, so we got a question now from at Potable Pictures. So what does Dan drink when he doesn't drink Crystal Head?
Okay, you mean vodka category?
Or anything?
I quite like, you know, I quite like Rika. I think there's a good story there. Other than that, I prefer the Head. Of course, you know, my tequila of choice is the simple, beautiful Patron Silver, and they've got a new product out, Roca Patron, which I've tried and which is smoky and beautiful. That's my choice for tequila is Patron, and I like Chateau Margaux, 1996, 20 years old, 15 years old. I Chateau Margaux on the reds, and I like a good old Corton Charlemagne on the whites, and because I was ruined by Steve Cropper, the guitarist in the Blues Brothers, who was Otis Redding's guitarist, who wrote the Stax Bolt songs, 99 and a Half, Dock of the Bay, Midnight Hour. And so he ruined me for wines when we were making the Blues Brothers movie. We'd go up and have lunch and dinner, and he at his place of just 8 minutes from the studio, Universal there in the old days. So we were privileged to share in his wine cellar. So he ruined me for wine. So there it is, Corton Charlemagne on the white, Chateau Margaux on the reds. If you had to, you know, if it was my last meal and they're going to execute me, and my own vodka, of course, and the Patron Silver. And as far as a beer goes, you know, good old Labatt 50.
Right.
So it's been a spectacular time here to know that I'm reaching out to, you know, all my friends in the different parts of the country that we've been to. And we got exciting things coming from the company. We've got a 3-liter, a 1-liter, 1.5, 1.75, the 50 mLs, the little ones. So just great gift giving. It's very timely that we speak to you about the product at this particular point in the year, because Halloween and Christmas are sort of our little spikes in sales. But the product does well around the world, even outside of Halloween and Christmas, because people are discovering the clean taste and really finding out why we're winning these medals and why the Russians voted us, you know, excellent taste. That really meant something to me. I love the Oscar nomination was nice, but wow, my vodka in Russia's appreciated. But oh shit, Nostrovia, yes.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Dan, for having me here. Thank you for letting me make you cocktails.
Thank you for being part of the team.
Thank you. And everybody, remember, when you're drinking, drink responsibly.
You bet.
So
no snowmobile keys.
No. And thank you for coming. Thank you. Thank you, Total Wine.